Enter the crib. Your Strike Back SitRep starts in 3, 2, 1. Wait, do we go on 0?
Alright guys, welcome back. We are here to talk about the season finale of Trackers. Spoilers. I'm not going to watch season 2 if there is one.
Oh my God.
I'm Kelsey.
And I'm down and shocked.
But like, I had so much hope for this in the beginning. But you know, we got like the major plot answer, which is you do need by the end of the season. However, all the stupid shit that was like, please let there be a reason for this. Please let there be a reason for this was like,
like no explanations, no sense. There was who is Lucas Becker?
No,
What was that?
I'm like, he was totally unnecessary to the plot.
Exactly.
And so without him, what the fucking point was of Mila either? Other than like making connections that other team members could have made.
And should have made.
Yeah. Yeah, not the new guy. And and like that relationship, and she's like, I guess gonna like run off with him, but there's also like I want to let my old team know, but then like I can't save his life because
that was
out.
So beyond ridiculous.
I was
I'm just gonna watch him get shot in the head.
Yeah.
Because her character was so unrealistic that it just by the end of this, I'm just like, I cannot even go there with this character. It's so unrealistic. She goes from being so incapacitated by fear and frozen that she can't, open fire when the man she's supposedly in love with is getting his head blown off. But 4 minutes later is, super soldier.
I know. That's what I realized, like, she boils down to too perfect and too terrible at the same time.
Right.
She's like unrealistically good at stuff she's never been trained on and terrible at like personal life shit. And then, no.
And the fact that she has a personal life with Becker to begin with.
Yeah. It's part of the being really terrible at her personal life.
Is so far, I mean, oh my goodness. When she opened fire at the end there to save Janina, I'm like, come on. First of all, what competent intelligence person is even going to let her still be there?
Yeah. Well, I guess if she's like one of the only 2 people you can get to back you up, since apparently your old team is not going to do anything about the credible intelligence that you have. Like, oh, the whole thing just totally fell apart for me. It was already felt like, oh,
such
it's
a
getting
stretch.
better. It's getting better. What happened? Oh, that's me the whole season.
Yeah. Like, what on earth? And again, it's because there was too much going on.
Yes.
And not enough time to explain it.
Yes.
Not enough time to make it realistic.
Yeah. Like, you don't care about the wife who's going to sell chemical weapons, not drugs. Like, you don't care about her because we saw her so infrequently. Like, if they had shown something, you might care at the end.
Right.
But you don't. You don't care about her. Quinn and his whole team, you don't give a shit about. It was good to see Janina and Limmer together.
Yeah.
They were pretty good.
Yep.
Mila's still stupid. Yeah, no, I was pretty discontent with
Becker was pointless.
Yeah.
Who the hell was he working for? Is this like something that's going to be picked up in the next season, that there's this anonymous group out there that was somehow involved in all this?
Probably not, because is it a series or a standalone novel? I don't know.
Insanity. It was just crazy. It made no sense.
Yeah.
No sense. And who the fuck was Lucas Becker?
Yeah. Yeah, I was. We're good. Yeah, no, I was disappointed. And I won't worry about a second season. I mean, one, like it won't be on Cinemax, because Cinemax won't be doing that anymore. And two, it just there was not enough there to get me. If we hadn't been covering it, I probably wouldn't have finished it. But yeah, no, I think we're done with trackers.
Yeah. And I'm really disappointed.
Yeah.
I think that's the overall feeling, was it was just frustratingly disappointing.
Yeah.
That there was so much that could have been done, and there was so much potential, and the inability to edit the story and make it realistic for television or film was what ruined it. It just the characters come out just nonsensical.
Yeah.
You know, the surprise that David was the mole was no surprise.
No.
The surprise that Flea was still alive was really no surprise.
I was a little surprised about that one. But yeah, I mean, I guess that's where you go with season 2.
Yeah.
But who cares? Again, another character I didn't care about.
Unless we can have a prequel and it all be about Nkunzi's life.
We could have our tracker zombie season and have just him and Limmer team up.
There you go.
And maybe Janina pop in every now and then.
Yeah. And then the CIA gets involved and is gonna, shut this plot at the stadium down, and the CIA ends up being one woman.
Yeah.
Standing, going, doing nothing. She did nothing. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it wasn't great. It wasn't great.
It really does make me want to read the book so I can see just what the possibility was.
Yeah. Maybe. I've been saying all along I wanted to read the book, and now I'm like, but maybe I would care more. No, I definitely would care more if you understood them more, because I feel like that's just.
We have no idea what the motivation for that terrorist attack was.
No. Well,
what is the? You're going to kill your daughter. You're sacrificing your daughter.
Right. Exactly.
And we have no idea why.
Yeah. And frankly, like, just no. I mean, not only that, we just don't care. Obviously, you care. You're like, oh, I don't want them to kill a bunch of people, but about them, and that's even movies that don't have, or TV shows that don't have fleshed out villains. You still know something,
right? We have no idea why Daoud exists.
Yeah.
And this is the difference. This is the difference between really good, tight action and drama and what happened here. You have to have some ability to connect with these characters and some empathy, whether they're good or bad. Right. You have to have a connection. You have to understand their motivation, and you have to, in some level, connect to it. And we had no connection to any of these people.
Right. Not at all. Yeah. I mean, you're exactly right. That's the difference. And it's also like, maybe, again, we've talked about this from the beginning, this is a realistic looking what it would look like. But like, that's not what we come to books and TV for.
Right. And if it's realistic, wow.
Yeah.
We're in trouble. I mean, if Mila represents
oh God,
what's going on in the world of intelligence, wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah. Whatever. Anyways, if you want to know about good TV, Dark on Netflix, that's pretty good. Have you watched that?
What was it?
Dark on Netflix.
I have not watched it yet, but it is on my ever expanding list.
Yeah. It's good. It is much more well written, and it is a total mind fuck. So if you guys are looking for something with like lots of twists and turns, and you going what and who and I don't understand, but in all the right ways, as opposed to our feelings about trackers, I would recommend Dark.
Perhaps we should cover it.
It's 3 seasons long. We could do like maybe a one and talk about it. I don't want to do
go
all.
by season.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
So, okay, I wrote that down on my list, on my ever expanding list of stuff to watch. But yeah, I'm kind of down to, okay, now I just need some comedies. I watched 2 seasons of No Activity, the Australian version.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
I'm going to jump onto the American version, but God, I love Australian comedies. It's just like right where I live.
Yeah.
I love you, Patrick Bramall.
I haven't watched any Australian comedies, I think. I'll have to check them out. Is it more like Letterkenny or more Schitt's Creek or what?
I would put No Activity would be more Schitt's Creaky.
Okay.
It's definitely not Letterkenny. No,
that is the weirdest fucking show. I don't know why I like it.
But
yeah. Well, it's Canadian, but
I take it in very small doses, like a couple episodes, and then I take a few weeks off, and then because I love the lead actor. He was one of the leads in 19-2, which is one of my all-time favorite shows.
Okay.
And you're not even going to believe that it's the same actor if I ever convince you to watch 19-2.
19-2?
19-2, it's the precinct and the car number. It's a cop show, Canadian cop show.
Okay.
There's 2 versions of it. One is the original version was in French, and the version that he's in is the English version. They're both amazing, but I prefer the English version.
Gotcha.
So I'll send you a link.
Oh, send me a link.
It's an amazing show.
Okay.
Amazing. And you're not going to believe it's the
same guy. It's gonna be like that guy on Yellowstone. I was watching the 3rd episode from season 3 yesterday, I think, and like again, every time Rip comes on the screen, I'm like,
Cole Hauser, is it? Yeah.
How is that?
How is that the same guy?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, physically, you don't even recognize him.
Not even the tiniest bit. It's totally insane. So.
And so you watched that episode.
Yeah.
That was. I don't remember where we are in the series now, but was the 3rd episode the resolution of the trailer?
Where they're calling back and forth and figuring it out. Yes. Like where Jamie's like basically fixing.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was so disturbing to me.
Oh my God. I was like, I just said last week to Deb that you were the only good one. I mean, he killed that girl, so it wasn't all that good.
The fact that the way that they resolved a law enforcement officer murdering 2 people was to go to the father.
Yeah. Yes.
And convince the father that the daughter had possibly been raped.
Yes.
Thus dishonoring the father.
Yes.
So you keep your daughter's mouth shut.
It was gross, like 200% on every level. The plan, the carry out, the fact that frankly, we're worried about law enforcement covering up that kind of stuff right now. And I know that it's supposed to be bad. It was. They were effective. It was bad. Yeah.
But I really wonder whether they realize how really offensive the solution is.
I guess my feeling is yes, to a degree. I don't think they get the inherent like sexism of that. I think it to at least the way because you don't see her, but in one frame, and then like they look away, right? Like you don't.
She's irrelevant. She's absolutely irrelevant.
And I think that
but she's the one who witnessed it. The fact she's the witness, she's the one they need to shut up. But they don't even talk to her.
Right.
They go right to the father because he was dishonored.
Right. And that's, I guess, so like, but him going to the father, to me, if I'm in that writer's room, the way it's written and the way you don't see her is like, just, he can cover this up. He's protective of his daughter. This is what we're going to do. But the way it ends up with, them basically skipping over her is like, okay, yet again, a woman's attack is about the man and what it does to him.
Exactly. And I have no faith that anyone in that writer's room understands that.
Yeah.
I was just like, I mean, I think I like immediately texted you like, what the
Yeah, I know, and I hadn't watched yet. I'm sorry. But
so
yeah,
offensive.
I mean, it very much. I don't know because you never watched Game of Thrones, but there's a scene in which Sansa is raped, and the camera is almost entirely on a male, another guy who is in the room, who's basically been like abused and beaten and whatever, and he's like a cowed, whatever, and the effect it has on him, and it is like what rallies him to try to save her and stuff. But as she's being raped, you only see him, and it's one of those where you want to go, look, I understand you. We also do not want to watch someone get raped, but you made the scene about its effect on him and not his effect on her, and that's that's what they did here too.
Yeah. So violence against women just used as a tool.
Yeah.
For men's experience.
Yeah. But I mean, it's Yellowstone.
Exactly.
Exactly. Not a feminist friendly show. It's just more.
It's not a human friendly show.
No, that's true. Yeah. It is fun to watch, but don't go there thinking you're going to get any good life lessons other than don't be them.
It's definitely not. I mean, I've seen several people refer to it as similar to Succession, but out west. Yeah. And no. Yeah. No.
Well, I think I've referred to it as that too, but with horses, because it was like, let me explain to you, you're going into something, you're not going to like any of them. It's about a family of bad people. Like, you're not going to watch it and go like, oh, the rancher, root for him or whatever. I guess that's why I would compare it to.
I think a lot of the people watching this show don't get that.
Oh.
I really think a lot of the people watching this show look at these people as heroes, especially John Dutton. He's definitely considered, the hero of the show. Like, these are bad people.
Yeah. Just because they have a beautiful land doesn't mean they're good people. Yeah. And it is beautiful. That's the other thing you learn from the show. You should go to Montana.
Utah is where most of it is filmed.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, that's cool. But yeah, I mean, it is. It's gorgeous out there. I love going out there. It's breathtaking. And I do find myself a lot of time going, oh God, Beth's on screen. I'm just going to watch the grass float in the breeze for a while. She's gonna say something horrible, do something horrible, drink another half gallon of whiskey and get behind the wheel.
Yeah, she's terrible.
I guess we're supposed to care about her. Whereas in Succession, there's some shred of humanity in which everybody. In everybody, maybe not with the father sometimes, but in everybody, you sense discomfort in what they're doing.
Yeah.
There's, when Shiv has to do something not really nice, she's not entirely comfortable. She's going to do it, and she's going to twist the knife, and she's going to get the job done, but she's not entirely comfortable with it.
Right. Yes, they do have their total, like, vulnerable moments, I think. Yeah, except for the dad, because he's a dick.
Yeah.
So, go watch Succession. I guess that's the biggest. That is your takeaway from the SitRep on Trackers. Episode 6. Go watch Succession. It's amazing.
It is.
All right, and that's it. And we will figure out what we're doing next and let you guys know.
Thanks, and tune in next week for another Need to Know session at the Crib. Follow us on Twitter @StrikebackCrib. Out.